Venus is the second planet from the Sun and one of the brightest points in our night sky. It is often called Earth's sister because of its similar size and structure. But despite these similarities, Venus is a very different world, far from hospitable, and perhaps the most hostile planet in our solar system. Temperatures on Venus' surface can reach 475 degrees Celsius, which is hotter than Mercury, although Mercury is closer to the Sun. This hellish climate is associated with a powerful greenhouse effect. Venus' atmosphere is 96% carbon dioxide, and thick clouds of sulfuric acid capture and trap the Sun's heat, turning the planet into a veritable cauldron. The atmospheric pressure on Venus is 92 times greater than on Earth, which is comparable to the pressure at a depth of about 1 kilometer underwater in Earth's ocean. This means that even the most rugged vehicles sent to Venus survive on its surface for only a few hours before being destroyed by the extreme conditions. Despite this hostile environment, Venus wasn't always like this. Scientists believe that once upon a time, oceans may have existed on its surface and the climate was much milder. But due to the increasing greenhouse effect, the planet became what we see now, hot and inhospitable. One of the most interesting aspects of Venus is that it rotates very slowly and in the opposite direction. One day on Venus lasts 243 Earth days, and a year lasts 225 days. This means that a day on Venus is longer than its year, and the sun rises in the west and sets in the east. Despite its formidable reputation, Venus remains one of the most mysterious planets in the solar system. Its bright brilliance is the result of dense clouds reflecting sunlight. That's why it's also called the morning star or the evening star. Studying it can help us better understand not only its history, but also the future of our own planet. Venus is an example of how powerful forces of nature can transform a planet, and at the same time, it is a reminder of the fragility of our own atmosphere. What other secrets lie beneath its clouds, we do not yet know, but one thing is certain: Venus remains one of the most intriguing worlds waiting to be explored. If you enjoyed this video about Venus, don't forget to subscribe and give it a like. There are many more amazing space discoveries to come. Imagine a planet that is similar to our Earth in many ways. It is about the same size, has layers of atmosphere, and revolves around the Sun. But there is one striking, almost mystical detail that makes Venus unique among all the planets in the solar system: its day lasts longer than a year. Yes, it sounds incredible, but it is a fact. One day on Venus is equal to 243 Earth days, while a year is only 225. How is this possible? Let's find out. Venus, planet of the weird. Venus is the second planet from the Sun and is often called Earth's sister because of its similar size and mass. But despite this similarity, Venus is one of the most hostile worlds for humans. With incredible heat, a carbon dioxide atmosphere, and powerful acid rain, it is nothing like our cozy blue world. And most mysterious of all is its unusual rotation. To understand why the day on Venus is so long, we need to delve into the very mechanism of planetary rotation. Why do planets rotate? All the planets in the solar system rotate around their axes, just like the Earth. This rate of rotation is the result of how the planet gained its mass and energy at the time of formation. Most planets rotate relatively quickly. Earth has a 24-hour day, Mars has a 25-hour day, and Jupiter has a day of only about 10 hours. Venus, on the other hand, is a rare exception. It rotates very slowly and, interestingly enough, in the opposite direction, retrograde. Retrograde rotation. What does it mean? While all the planets in the solar system rotate clockwise when viewed from the North Pole, Venus rotates in the opposite direction, counterclockwise. Imagine that all the other planets are moving, conventionally speaking, in one direction, while Venus seems to be going counter-current. Because of this, sunrises on Venus occur in the west and sunsets occur in the east. This rotation is called retrograde rotation and is a rare phenomenon in space. Scientists believe that one of the reasons for this rotation may be related to the giant catastrophes that happened to Venus in the early days of its existence. The cosmic catastrophe that changed Venus. When the solar system was first formed, the planets were still young and were subject to frequent collisions with huge asteroids and other objects. One theory is that Venus may have collided with a large body in the past, possibly a planetesimal, a protoplanet about the size of Earth. The collision could have been so powerful that it slowed Venus' rotation and turned it in the opposite direction. The mystery of slow rotation. But that doesn't explain why Venus rotates so slowly. It is hypothesized that Venus' powerful atmosphere plays an important role in this. Venus' dense atmosphere is so massive that it itself has a braking effect on the planet's surface. The winds that blow on Venus circle the planet in just a few days, creating a friction effect that slows its rotation. Moreover, because of the extraordinary density of Venus' atmosphere and the constant pressure it creates, the planet's rotation can stabilize at its current level while remaining extremely slow. How would a person on Venus feel? Imagine you are the first astronaut to set foot on the surface of Venus. The first thing you would notice is the darkness and bright sunlight in an extremely dense atmosphere. Given the length of the Venusian day, a single morning or sunset would stretch on for months. Such a long day means that Venus does not have the day-night cycles we are accustomed to, and there is absolutely no circadian rhythm. This would greatly affect any form of life if it were possible on Venus. How does this affect the surface of the planet? This long rotation also affects the climate of Venus. With such a long exposure to sunlight during the day, the planet's surface heats up to incredible temperatures of about 475 degrees Celsius. At night, the temperature hardly drops at all due to the dense atmosphere, which traps heat and creates a powerful greenhouse effect. This long day length and lack of clear temperature change prevents the planet from cooling down and provokes the formation of a dense layer of clouds composed of sulfuric acid. So even night on Venus represents a completely inaccessible place for humans. A year on Venus. It is now clear why a day on Venus is longer than its year. Because Venus orbits faster than it spins on its axis, it manages to complete one revolution around the Sun faster than its own rotation around its axis. This means that if you could stand on the surface of Venus and watch the Sun, you would have to wait almost to Venusian years to see it again in the same place. Why is this important to astronomers? This unusual behavior of Venus helps scientists understand processes that may have occurred on other planets, including exoplanets outside our solar system. This kind of slow rotation, unusually dense atmosphere, and retrograde rotation provide clues to understanding how planets evolve and what catastrophes may have affected them. Studying Venus helps astronomers model different scenarios for exoplanets and perhaps one day find another planet with the same anomalies. Venus remains one of the great mysteries of our solar system. A planet where one day lasts longer than a year makes us rethink the way we think about time, space, and the cosmos. It reminds us that the cosmos is full of surprises and that every planet is unique. Who knows what other surprises are hidden in the universe? If you like this video and want to learn more about the mysteries of space and amazing discoveries, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Support us with a like and leave your comments. What surprised you the most in this story? Subscribe to not miss new videos with the most intriguing facts about our universe.